Kom kuier vir die afgelope 2 weke Pedro Barbosa saam met ons in die huis. It's so nice to see you, Pedro.
You too, Nina.
I hope you brought me a Latin song.
A Latin?
Or something.
I think we're releasing a Latin song. That's the reason I'm here, isn't it?
But it's in English, though.
Oh, yeah, well.
Lady Margarita. Oui, oui.
There's all these restrictions on radio these days, man.
Or are you not allowed to sing to me foreign anymore?
Latin's not allowed, eh?
What? But that's racist.
It's almost like you need specific licenses actually to. So I know a very famous radio station that couldn't play the Latin tune because it was in Spanish.
Oh, really?
And it's one of the reasons why they released Despacito in English as well, because a lot of overseas radio stations could not play just the Spanish one.
Well,
weird.
I don't know where that comes into play in like terms of licensing agreements and whatever. Because if it's locally produced, it's locally written.
I mean, if you wrote it, then you can
surely. You should be able to play it. But this is now the first that I'm hearing of this. I will investigate because I like to be curious.
Please do.
But listen, like you said, you've had a busy 2025 so far, which some artists would say, oh my goodness, I wish I had that. But you're saying guy needs to slow down at some point as well.
No, it hurts, man. And you're not getting any younger. So if I did this, I mean, I remember before COVID, I think the year before COVID, we averaged, if I'm not mistaken, 24 shows a month. That's what we averaged. And I took holiday breaks. But I mean, I was in the hospital with dehydration and exhaustion like every 3 or 4 months. It was insane.
Pedro, you've been doing this for years. Shouldn't you be able to look after yourself better and sort out your schedule? Or are you just like money?
It's not. If it was a money thing, I probably could have said by now, okay, I don't need to work. I don't think. Well, you do chase. Obviously, you chase money, which you're chasing gigs. But it's not. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. It's like some people have told me you need to learn to say no. Even my psychologist says that as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's because it's not a question of money. It's like the other day I got an email. I shouldn't say this because now everyone's going to send me emails. But this lady sends me an email and it was this beautiful email about how she met her husband at the car house market way back in the day, and I was playing, and that was the first connection they had, and now they would love to have me at their wedding. And
how can you say no?
How can you say, like, the whole story, man? I was so in love with the story. I was like, I'll do the gig for free.
Oh, wow.
They didn't even ask me for free. And I was like, no, this is beautiful. That's the problem, kind of thing. It's like, but I mean, it was
You love love.
Yeah, I love love. Loving is great, man.
I was going to sympathize, but now after hearing that story, I was like, you know what?
It's your fault.
You're doing this to yourself, so I don't care anymore. But where do you draw that line, Pedro? Where you do it for the love of music, for the love of seeing people enjoying what you do, your craft, and the financial side of it. Where's that fine line?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. No one's ever asked me that before.
Oh, we aim to please.
Yeah,
You've got to send that to the radio awards.
Yeah, exactly. No, so that's a tough one because it's like it's where your value lies, right? So, and me being a venue owner now, I see things very differently as well. So, I always said that the reason people hire me is because I sell alcohol, and that's the truth. Is my shows were active shows and stuff like that, which made people happy, which in turn helped make them drink. So I might have not filled venues, but I did a turnover at the bar. So my value was there. But now there's other artists where their value is on the feet that comes in, for example, and not on the turnover. You've got all these different things. And when you're a venue, you have to evaluate these things. So, for example, just to give you an idea, if an artist comes and charges 5,000 Rand at the venue needs to turn over an average 15,000 Rand to cover that 5,000 Rand. And this is what people don't understand. And it becomes harder for the venues to pay the artists. And it's one of the main reasons why the scene has changed so much in the past 15 years is because the venues just couldn't afford this anymore. If you go to a live music venue, people bought a few drinks, but the kind of crowd that went in didn't spend enough to cover the bands. So let's say you have 100 people, and 100 people spend 200 Rand. Okay, you're looking at 20 grand. The band, the live, the sound and everything will cost you 10,000 rand.
The staff.
Then on top of that, you've got 10,000 rand to cover the staff, cover the drinks, cover all those things. So it's a tough industry, man. And this is what a lot of musicians don't understand, is to cover that. It's not easy. So that's why there's, I think, a big gap between the really high musicians, the Van Cokes and the special Afrikaans music, and then the coming down under with the starting musicians, where the oaks are getting paid 100 and something thousand rand to being paid 800 rand. That's how big the gap is,
Because I think there's two sides of the music industry for artists. It's the guys who are happy to take a door deal because they know they'll pull the feet. And they'll make X amount, and whatever that split is with the venue, there's that side. And then you have the other side where people are like, okay, this is my set fee. You pay this. I don't care about what you charge at the door or what the bar turnover is. I just want that specific amount of money.
100%, yeah. So I'm more on the fixed fee. I've got certain fees that I charge depending on what kind of event. For example, if it's a restaurant show, if it's a corporate, if it's a wedding and stuff like that, and all got to do with the amount of time you're there. Obviously, the sitting capability of the venue as well. That's another thing a lot of artists check, is how big is the venue, how big is the event. Because if it's an event that puts 50,000 people and you charge the same as you charge for 100 people, it's kind of like weird, But so those things are all coming into consideration in these things. But your value is a very relative thing. It's an estimate at the end of the day. I don't really know what my value is. And a lot of people go, I remember Mark Beeling telling me, Pedro, you actually messing the industry. I'm like, why? He's not, because you're charging too low for the quality that you're offering. So you mess with the oaks just underneath you and the oaks just above you. Because the oaks are going to go, okay, we're not going to pay that little because Pedro charged just a little bit more, and we're not going to get the guys just above you because Pedro gives better quality but he's charging less. So it's such a fine line to play with. It's so hard to know where and what you do, And then the other thing is to go, okay, cool, I'm going to make a step higher, I'm going to put my prices up. That's the scariest thing to do, man, because you're like,
because then you go from 28 gigs because you're in the perfect price bracket,
exactly,
and down to 10, and now you're messing with your own income again.
Exactly, and you don't know if it's going to work or not. That's the other thing.
So ons gaan nou 'n bietjie verder saam met Pedro gesels. Ons moet 'n bietjie gechat oor, jy weet. Wat se tipe kunstenaars kry jy? Waar is die gap in die mark en al sulke tipe goeters?
So, Pedro, I've got the media press release in front of me, right? So, the last time you released an EP was before or during lockdown in 2020.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'm saying something wrong, it's your PR firm. And now is the first time you're releasing an EP since then, but obviously in between you had singles. You were obviously, But then I saw something that's really upset me, and it says that you're planning to release your last album ever. Album, ever.
Album.
Marawai.
That is like a big statement to make.
Yeah,
Or you gaan nie nou aftree.
No, I'm not going to do albums anymore. I might release singles, but I don't know. I don't know. Because people don't realize how expensive it is, man. I haven't had, throughout all these years of recording, I've never made enough money from the CDs and from the albums, from streaming. It never justified. So when it costs you like 150,000 rand, you might make 40,000 rand back. That's not worth it.
Yeah, but off of that side of music, because you're making money on your live.
I was going to say
that's
the spin-off.
Where all South African artists are making their money. Album sales was never a thing. I think at some stage when CDs, physical CDs were the norm, guys were maybe getting 9 or 10 rand off a 150 rand CD. From the record labels. And now streaming is making that even more difficult. Maar ons ouens maak geld, ons kunstenaars, wanneer hulle live perform. Dis waar die geld is, nee?
Yeah, no, 100% you're right. But I can check, for example, when you check my Spotify's and Apple Musics and stuff, and you check the stats, and every single release, there's a slight climb, for example. I can check on Apple per week, we're having like something, we only get like 1,000 listens or something like that per week. And that's a climb. So on average, we're sitting at 600, 700 that when there's no releases. And that's nothing, man. So it shows me that there's not really a growth in my original music type of thing. And I know most of the time people know me because of the covers and stuff. So I'll keep on pursuing that. And this is now, it's the sad part of music where I come to a place where I have to make a conscious financial decision. I think until now I never made that. Until now I've been like, okay, now let's take the money from that and finance the original songs, and it's all been great. And now it comes to that point where it's like, dude, I'm 45 years old, and
you can't keep playing 28 gigs
I can't
a month.
keep doing that. You can't. So it's one of those things you need to cut. I need to cut the amount of gigs. One of the things that will happen is cutting original music will cut the costs on that and things like that. And you get to a certain level on original music where, like I said, it's just really costly. I can't go back to recording a song at $2,000 or 3,000 rand.
Yeah,
because those days have come and gone as well.
Those days have come and gone, unfortunately. Yeah. It's just you reach a level in quality where you need to pay what the song deserves as well, and you want to give the best you can. It's like having a baby. That song is a treasure that you've got.
So it's not a situation where the creativity is dried up.
Not at all.
Or you are completely gut full of music.
No. I'm not.
But this is a business decision at the end of the day.
Yeah. It is more. It's a financial decision more than anything, 100%. And I will work with other artists, and I definitely want to help. Would like to work with other artists in the future in terms of writing for them and stuff. But me releasing myself, I think this is going to be. We're busy actually finalizing the album. Well, it's only 4 songs in. It's going to be 10 songs, but it's a big thing for me. It's a whole concept. I've got the lady who did Runaway music video. We're doing a whole movie behind the album and stuff. So it's quite a cool.
So you're going out big.
I'm going out big, yeah. It's a last one, but it's a good last one, I think.
Die laaste geld wat hy het van musiek, om by terug in musiek in.
After that, I'm broke, man.
Bro.
I have to restart.
But I mean, you're such a talented individual, and you've been, everywhere across the country, just making people smile with your music for years now. It's like Nina said, it's a sad day to hear that. Because of finances, guys have to make difficult decisions.
Ja.
Maar ons gaan nog nie nou daai sadness met jou deel nie. Ons wil nou eers hê jy moet vir ons opcheer met 'n paar lekker nommertjies, sal jy?
Ja, wel.
Ja, asseblief help net vir Nina. Sy's 2 sekondes van 'n full breakdown af.
No more Latin music for Nina.
Ja. So what have you got for us? Waarmee gaan jy ons?
I don't know. I haven't thought. Now Nina said she wants Spanish music, so I'm gonna have to do one, at least a Spanish song.
At least one, yes.
I know she loves. Was it Paulantini or something like that? You used to love that.
No.
Yeah.
Patricio Buene.
You can't even
well,
Pedro
right?
say he does. I taught him well. I taught him well. But it's your slow Spanish songs, man.
The slow Spanish songs. Tell you what, I'll do something very beautiful.
Take her away to a foreign country.
Okay. So I'm going to take you guys to Brazil.
Town. Yeah. With a little town that nobody knows how to pronounce the name properly.
Not even I, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is a Brazilian song. It's one of my favorite Brazilian songs. Às vezes no silêncio da noite eu fico imaginando nós dois. Eu fico ali sonhando acordado, juntando o antes, o agora e o depois. Por que você me deixa tão solto? Por que você não cola em mim? Tô me sentindo muito sozinho. Não sou nem quero ser o seu dono. É que um carinho às vezes cai bem. Eu tenho os meus segredos e planos secretos. Só abro pra você, mais ninguém. que você me cala e me some. E se eu me interessar por alguém, e se ela de repente me ganha, quando a gente gosta é claro que a gente cuida. Fala que me ama, só quer da boca pra fora. E ou você me engana ou não está madura. Onde está você agora?
Olé!
Olé!
Nina's net weer again screaming stuff she doesn't know anything about. Maar ek het gesien jy in die begingedeelte van die liedjie, toe jy so gekyk na vir Pedro en so weggevoer geraak. En toe stik jy frantically daar op jou rekenaar dat jy weer verlof ingesit nou.
Ek gaan Portugal toe.
Jy sien, dis iewers in Brazil. No, absolutely love that. We're going to be back with Pedro in a little bit. Ons gaan 'n bietjie
seeing as you play so many live gigs, I'm sure you've got something else in your memory that you can play for us, please, Pedro.
In my memory. My memory bank.
Is it not your memory bank?
It is, well, I suppose. Do you want original? Do you want cover? You guys choose. I'm a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, no, we know that now. I think maybe a cover, because we're going to get to your original just a little bit later.
All right, so we'll do... This is my favorite song to play at the moment. And I don't know if you guys will have to remember this. I mean, game changes and fears. Where do we go from here?
Oh, yes.
Where do we start? I believe that fate has brought us here. We should be together, babe, but we're not. I play it off, but I'm dreaming of you. I play it cool, but I'm faded. I try to say goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Girl, I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not here. Goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Girl, I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not here. I may appear to be free, but I'm just a prisoner of your love. Well, I may seem alright and smile when you leave. My smiles are just a front, well, just a front. I play it off, but I'm dreaming of you, girl. I play it cool, but I'm feeling. I try to say goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Girl, I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not here. Goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Girl, I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not here. Well, this is my confession. I may be your possession. Girl, I need your touch, your love, kisses and such. With all this might I try, but yo no quiero cantar más. No más. Me dice siempre que I play it off, but I'm dreaming of you, girl. I play it cool, but I'm feeling. I try to say goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Girl, I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you're not here.
Dames en heren, Pedro Barbosa met sy cover van I Try, Macy Gray. You got a bit of a Macy thing going there.
Yeah, a little bit. Just twangy.
You know what's lekker is? I go through these phases as well. Ek en die nou al daaroor gepraat op die lig waar jy vergeet van 'n song en dan het jy so 'n ou playlist op 'n iPod of wat jy gemaak het op so Spotify of whatever wat jy van vergeet het. En dan vind jy 'n Macy Gray of 'n Mary J. Blige of ietsie soos dit.
We were actually we were actually talking about those CDs that we used to burn.
The compilations.
Yes. I loved that so much. And now we don't have that anymore.
Yeah. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Have you seen that meme? Let me tell you something.
That sounds Italian though.
No, it's a guy sitting on the edge of like a bridge swing.
Yeah.
And he's scared because he's dangling over the edge and the guys are holding him. Like giving him the countdown, but he's like, "Oh, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something," because he doesn't want to go, and then they just let him go. But anyway, that reference went out the window. But have you got a studio at home? Surely, as a musician, you could lay some
studio.
You know.
Yeah.
So this is what you're gonna do. Okay, I'm giving you business advice.
Okay.
Not that you need it, but
we always need business advice.
Nina, wat is daai storie wat jy so kyk en die mense so kyk van die old school amper
waarvan praat jy nou?
Jy weet daai tyd van die storie van die mense wat so oudtyds aangetrek het en so. Bridgerton.
Ja.
At the end of Bridgerton.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. So it's a
neither do I.
It's a Netflix series.
Okay.
Maar nee, wag jy nou met dit. Nonsense, you don't have to watch it.
Okay.
But they've got soundtracks where they take all of these cover songs that people love and they make them like an acoustic cute version like this.
Yeah.
And I do photography as well.
Okay.
Do a lot of weddings. People are playing that Bridgerton soundtracks to death. Maar obviously is daar nie die liedjies wat jy van hou nie.
Ja.
So maybe.
That's a good idea.
Somewhere by the huis. You do this so well, bud.
Yeah.
Take it, petrify it, you know, put it on there and let people coop that for their wedding day. You know?
Funny you say that because last week I was sitting at studio tracking with Mark another song and we were playing this guitar and Mark was loving the sound of this guitar. And all of a sudden he just hold on and sit, and I was sitting down and he's like, just play me any of your covers. And I was playing and singing, and all of a sudden he turned on, without me knowing, one of the condenser mics in the studio, and he was recording this. And then he sent it to me, and he was like, you should come to studio and record 5 of your exactly what you're saying, and it's such a coincidence you mentioning that now. Actually,
I've never done it. A sign.
If you were looking, it's a sign now.
Now this is definitely from above. No doubt about it. Yeah.
Luister, ons gaan nou verder gesels met hierdie super talentvolle Pedro Barbosa. Die nuwe liedjie op pad, ons wil hoor waar dit vandaan kom.
Lady Margarita, is net so lekker om te sê.
Lady Margarita.
I'm going to make that. I'm going to my accent.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it the whole time.
You're good.
He
sounds like a gardener.
If I'm not working at the Guru FM for the rest of my life, I'm going to do radio in Mexico. That is my plan. Maar die man albums uitgebring het en nou werk ons aan 'n bietjie nuwe musiek, maar it's going to be the last. Ons het nou gehoor business decisions have been made, unfortunately. So daar's net een ander manier wat jy met retirement dan gaan uitkry is gaan stream al sy musiek tot vervelings toe.
Op repeat.
To make me change my mind.
Change your mind quick sticks. So this is now the first time in a long time where you actually sat down and you wrote for an album again. Has the process changed a little bit?
You know what's the cool thing is there's no pressure whatsoever right now, and I think that's the main thing. So it's like I would like the album to be a story of my life. So I might bring in songs that I've actually re-recorded before or stuff like that. It's a consideration on that, but I might just redo them or something. But it's a whole, like I said, I want it to be like a movie, and there's a storyline behind it. I'll show you guys. I can't show everyone, but we've already got a concept. Like, you know, I'm going to be a cat on the view. It's like there's all these things behind it, but there's a very freeing thing about it. So yeah, but I think the process, it's the same thing. Something comes up to my head and I start writing, but without any pressure whatsoever. Yeah.
So what can people expect from the EP starring you? We'll get to a single now?
I don't know. No, you tell me. Have you heard I think it's this EP. So it was more inspired on like an 80s kind of vibe. So I don't know if it says on the EPK story there, but I'm releasing also a 3 or 4 song African EP as well as a rock EP. I haven't recorded rock music since Mrs. B, like 2012 or something.
Wow, since Life is Beautiful.
Since those, even Life's Beautiful, we released now a single, and this one was like an 80s vibe. Life's So Beautiful was supposed to be on this EP that we released now. And so I haven't done real rock music in forever. But Mark is like, no, dude, you have to redo some of the Mrs. B stuff. I'm like, dude, I don't think, But then I was like, since this is the last few releases I'm going to do, I'm just going to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't care,
Absolutely.
So so rock has always been a growth. Yeah.
Will the album then be a compilation of this 80s vibes EP
everything,
then everything
so
just
it's
put
all
together?
It's not going to be the same songs that I hear, but it's going to be basically, it's like, I've always been that. I've never been a specific style of music.
Yes.
You've known me for a long time, and it's always been like, I've always liked so many different things, so the album's going to have a good that kind of space into it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's chat about the new single, Lady Margarita.
Lady Margarita. Now, can you please say it with your accent? I love it.
This is Pedro Barbosa with the new single, Lady Margarita.
I think you really should start a Spanish radio station, bro. It's gonna
I
kill
want to,
it, bro.
but Nina doesn't like that.
At
the
least
accent.
a show. Can I ask people now to listen to Groot FM and vote for a Spanish song?
Absolutely. Every time we play
Spanish podcast of
Yeah.
in your own time.
Yes, that will be. See, the TikTok you will kill it with us, man.
Yeah,
It's like, yes.
maybe I
But
should.
he's got a few profiles. He's got a granny one also. Irritates the living daylights out of me. He does that on his streaming platform, luckily. So he's got a lot of...
Which language is the granny, though?
Yeah, Uma's Afrikaans.
Afrikaans.
Yeah. She's violent though. She's got a dirty mouth, but she's cute like that. People like her. Okay, but talk to us now about the song, man, Pedro. Man.
No, I'm curious about you guys. No, look, Lady Margarita is basically it's a play of stuff. So I talk about tequila. Everyone knows the drink margarita. So the effects that the drink does to you, it's the same effects that a woman can do to you. Too much of something can't be a good thing, right? So the play on if you listen to the song in terms of lyrics, it's exactly that. So you can, as a listener, you can interpret it as whatever you want it to be,
So you can get drunk on the ladies.
You can get drunk
also.
of course. They can get you proper drunk.
Yeah, love drunk.
Love drunk.
Yeah.
Love or broken heart drunk. One
Exactly.
of the two. Women are smart. I have the most respect. They're very, 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 very intelligent.
You know what, Pedro? I've
Yes.
said this to so many people. Sorry, Nini. Dat ek jou nou uitsluit, maar hier is 'n mannegesprek.
Nee, ek sê moet ek loop.
If I was a girl,
Uh-huh.
I don't understand that some of them say they're poor.
Wat sê jy?
Nee,
I
kyk,
know exactly
if
what
I had the resources, let me tell you, I would have been
weet.
afgetree on 25 already.
What was that? Julle weet nie wat ons
But ons
weet.
weet nie. Yeah, exactly that. Listen, it's always so nice when you come and visit. You bring such an energy and such a vibe, and we really appreciate you. Thank you for the new music. We can't wait to
Get through all of it.
And I promise every time we play this song, I will do it in my business Mexican.
Listen, I think next time you're going to come and do a song with me. That's what if you go on like that, it's going to be...
I'm down.
Hello, Pedro speaking.
This is Pedro Barbosa, and with the brand new first time on the radio in South Africa, Lady Margarita. Please enjoy this. Olé!
Groot FM 90.5